Tita! Tita, why are you walking?
Actually, this is not walking. I'm running because I signed up for Merlie Miles. So for those who don't run, this is all it takes. And how fun it is to do it with your family. So even the preschoolers can join. And in the end, the whole family, the whole group gets one big medal. By the way, the organizers of the event, please introduce yourselves.
Hi guys, I'm Bianca, the Pupil Council President.
I'm Gavin, the Pupil Council Vice President External.
Hi guys, I'm Reihan, your VP Internal.
I have a question for you, PC. Is it given that when you're in the Pupil Council, majority of the stuff you do is organizing events like the Merlie Miles Fun Run?
I think organizing events definitely play a big part or takes up most of the time, but I think it means more than that. It's being role models and really taking part in shaping and forming the SSC culture and community.
I also think that being part of the PC, organizing events, it's not just about serving the students, but it's also serving ourselves. Because as we plan events, we learn so much through experience from our Pupil Council advisor, Teacher Mick.
I think that organizing effects is one of the most visible parts of being in the PC, but for me, the most important thing is making sure that the things that we do have a positive impact in our school.
So I know that the PC is composed of 6 officers. So maybe to convince our audience to sign up for Merlie Miles, how about each one of you give us one top reason why they should join us on April 12th?
Tita!
Oh, hi! Introduce yourself!
Hi, I'm Alex and I'm the PRO.
Okay, one top reason why they should sign up for Merlie Miles, Alex.
Well, I believe that it's really important to foster a well-rounded school community, and the Merlie Miles sets the perfect stage for this. Whether you're a marathon pro or just a casual jogger, there's something so revitalizing about being able to hit the pavement alongside your friends. It goes beyond just our screens, and it gives us a chance to breathe in some fresh air and make memories so much more vibrant than it goes beyond our screens.
And that's why you need to sign up.
Tita, it's me, Liam.
Hi, Liam.
Hi.
You are the
Treasure.
Do we have money, Liam?
Not right now, but if you sign up, we will.
What's your reason?
Oh, my reason is because Merlie Miles is especially unique because you get to run with your friends and family.
I know, right? Together, not just one by one.
Yeah, whether running or walking, it doesn't focus just about how fast you can go, but also who you run with. So if you're just looking to run or have a good time with your friends and family, Merlie Miles is a great way to do so.
So they should sign up.
Thanks,
Liam.
Hi, I'm Katie and I'm the
Kate.
Secretary of the Student Council.
Hi, Katie. What are the minutes of our run?
Well, as the marathon ends with one finish as one team and ultimately receiving one huge medal.
Wow, okay.
So one of the reasons why I really love about this run is that the experience is just so memorable, and it's one of the things that fosters a sense of togetherness and also success as you wear that one medal all together at the end.
So when is Merlie Miles again?
It's gonna be on April 12th on a Sunday.
But they need to sign up now.
Yes.
As they watch this. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
Hi Tita!
Who is that?
I'm Reihan Tassi, Pupil Council's Vice President Internal.
Okay, Reihan. What's your top reason why they should sign up for Merlie Miles?
Building on what Katie said about teamwork and shared experiences, this fair is another way we can come all together and have fun. So we have our pupil managed booths, which gives us a chance to take ownership, be creative, and also make sure that everyone has fun. So if you guys are looking for things to do in the fun run, make sure to make a booth and see you there.
I heard they'll be selling like breakfast favorites, right?
Yes. Like eggs.
Yeah, eggs.
Beefsteak.
Okay.
I'm getting hungry now, Tita.
Yes, me also, right?
Bye, Tita.
Bye. And who else is still
Hi,
pending?
Tita.
Yes, Gavin. I know that's you. Gavin, what's your top reason why they should?
So for me, Tita,
sign up?
it's not just about running. Tita, did you hear that the other clubs, like the kids themselves, they're gonna be performing special performances. Like,
Our symphonic band?
yes, the symphonic band, the ballet, our
Ooh.
music club, and hip hop.
Okay, so we'll be having a stage as well, right? For them to perform. So their parents should run with them before they start performing as well, all right? Okay, I think given that those who are involved with their kids will surely sign up for it, correct?
Yes,
all right.
Tita.
And the sixth member of our Pupil Council, where is the president?
Hi,
What is your top one reason why they should sign up for Merlie Miles now?
Joining Merlie Miles is your way of helping the community because all the funds and net proceeds will be given to the SSC Umapad feeding program. By signing up, you are helping provide lunch for the children who need it the most.
And the top reason why you should sign up for Merlie Miles is because Merlie, the mascot, he's there! All right, we're done running. This time we're gonna take our seats and talk about youth leadership. So I'm curious to know what you find most fulfilling being elected into the Pupil Council. So who wants to go first? The least tired from that running. You guys all still look fresh?
I can go.
Okay, go ahead, Reihan.
Okay, so being part of the Pupil Council, the most fulfilling is me being able to step outside of my comfort zone. For example, little me wouldn't imagine myself speaking in front of maybe thousands of people, like during Pets Day, or even an essay on a daily basis of speaking in front of everyone is something I would never think I would continuously do or consistently do. But seeing me now, I can see how much I've grown and improved a lot. It's also taking on these responsibilities that I never expected I would do. Seeing or hosting events and getting the chance to see the behind the scenes. It's actually really cool and interesting. It's also the side that not a lot of people get to see.
Exactly.
Yes.
You get access to files that other
Yes.
pupils don't have, right?
Yes, and being trusted on seeing these files. It's something I'm grateful that I took part in, and I'm grateful that I took this opportunity to run.
Just want to let you know that this past week we were just talking about how much growth we've seen and how the Pupil Council is hosting the weekly school assembly of second Prio. So good job, guys.
Thank you, Tita. So, for me, the most fulfilling part of being the PC would really would be bringing the community together. So, for example, last year when we had Pets Day, I saw so much people who I wouldn't typically have seen interact, or just faces that you see in the hallway, maybe strangers. They were actually talking to each other because of their pets. And so it was really beautiful to see like how people from different departments, different grade levels, started talking because they were like, hey, can I pet your cat or can I pet your dog?
Or they would be talking to make their pets stop fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Because there was dogs barking at each other. But I think that was really beautiful. It was really touching to see how we were able to be the ones to facilitate this like interaction and really like strengthen the community bond.
And it's right, like what you said, it brought in a different set of people because usually when we have events, we know who usually volunteers and comes, but that one, like, wow, because of their corgis and their Dachshunds, they were here, yes. Bianca, by the way, Reihan is our Vice President for Internal Affairs, External Affairs, and I was about to say school president. Okay, our Pupil Council president.
So
Go ahead,
for
Bianca.
me, Tita, my most fulfilling moment in being in the Pupil Council is the full circle moment. My journey started with me rejecting an offer to be in the Pupil Council or a shot at an interview, followed by a rejected interview the following year, and then eventually getting into the PC 2 years later. And I think after all that, now I get to be a role model for the younger kids, especially the upper primary, who sometimes ask like, oh, when can I be in the Pupil Council? How can I be in the Pupil Council? And for me, that's very like heartwarming, seeing them like want to be here one day. And at the same time, we're not only serving the pupils, but we're also serving teachers and staff. So like last October when we had the World Teachers Week, we just did small gestures, no big event, and that was giving daily letters, and seeing it make our teachers' day and seeing them smile was really nice to watch.
And the letters were really very much welcome, and amazing how you get people to really write and make sure that each teacher gets a whole set of letters, right? And I know that you'll be doing, oh well, this is a spoiler, doing the same for the non-teaching staff, right? Before the school year ends. So what would be your biggest challenge as a youth leader?
I think for me, Tita, it's my mindset of wanting everything to be perfect, like having a smooth program or having everything as organized as possible.
I'm like that too.
Yeah, and so like I realized over time and through different events that a successful event isn't really a perfect one, a smooth one. It's more on the impact we create to the targeted audience. Like Teacher Mick always reminds us at the start of an event that like to remember the purpose and the why we're doing the event. It's not really like, oh, we have to make sure everything's smooth. Like we try our best to do so, but at the end of the day, it's how well we help the audience we're reaching out to. So for example, in meet and greet, it's the new
Meet and greet is something that we delegate to the Pupil Council to welcome all the new pupils for every school year, right? And you do that even before the first day of school. Go ahead.
So in meet and greet, for example, it's not about having a smooth program and having really interactive games, but it's more on if we're able to help these new pupils transition into a new school environment.
Wonderful. Okay. Gavin?
Yeah, so for me, I think it's kind of funny because the biggest challenge for me is that the challenges never stop coming. And this is for communication skills.
Okay.
So being a youth leader, we have to talk to so much different people. So in the school, for PC, it's talking to different teachers, different staff that you wouldn't normally talk to on a day-to-day basis as a student. And it's also talking to other youth leaders, such as the House representatives. So when we're planning events, we need to make sure everyone's on the same page or understands what we want them to do or what we're asking from them. So sometimes before, we didn't really know how to do that because we just assumed that they understood what we were trying to say because it was already in our brains.
Yes.
Right? So we learned so much through planning events and through our lessons with Teacher Mick that communication never stops growing, and it's always different in a case-to-case scenario. And also outside of school, communicating with even your parents, like it's different. Just being able to talk with them clearly and expressing your feelings or your struggles.
You mentioned Teacher Mick. For the sake of our audience, Teacher Mick is the assigned mentor of the Pupil Council. Is it easy would you find your peers the easiest to talk to communicate? Because, you know, you have your secret language, you know, low-key.
Yeah, I think talking to like the other HRs especially, or like even our classmates, it's so much easier because I think they're already almost on the same page, or they understand what we're saying, even though we don't have to say it like in a full sentence.
And from our end as educators, as the much older ones, this is a school where you know that, right? I would ask you for your viewpoint and perspective, knowing that you are in the shoes of the youth, and for us, because we are belonging to a different generation, we want to, you know, lessen the gap by seeking the advice of our Pupil Council. All right, Reihan, what was the question again? What's the challenge of a youth leader?
Yes, so personally for me, my biggest challenge yet as a youth leader is balancing my workload for my pre-IGCSEs while still doing and taking my responsibilities as a PC member.
Didn't your term 2 exams start today?
Yeah, it's our second day and we just finished this.
And then after that,
lunchtime.
you're going to have your mocks and then the real thing. Okay.
Yes,
But yet
exactly.
you have time to do our podcast. Thank you,
Of
Reihan.
course.
Okay.
Yes, so balancing it can be super overwhelming for me. There's just so much going on, and something I kind of struggle with is my time management. But now that I've realized it as well, I can see how much or how capable I am of doing these type of things, and I can see how much I have yet to learn. But also I can see how much I've grown, not just as a person, but as an individual and leader as well.
So are you really able to put aside your phone and work?
So I set my phone with a time limit
Okay.
on my social media.
Okay.
Yes, so that's a big help. My brother knows my password, so I don't know my password, but then my brother and my mom would know the password, and there would be a specific time where I can open my Instagram. Yeah, it really helps me focus at point. But it's also
Nice.
kind of hard because I'm kind of glued to my phone a lot. But
Okay.
then setting up a time limit really helps.
All right. You are now youth leaders. Who knows, in the future, you could also be leaders of countries. And how do you feel about the corruption scandal you see happening amongst political leaders of the Philippines right now?
I think like what people are doing right now, given their position, they have so much responsibility, but they're neglecting their responsibility because they forget that leadership is not about serving themselves, but it's actually about serving the people they're leading, right? And it's really unacceptable for me that they're forgetting that part and that aspect of leadership because it really starts with knowing your responsibility. And I think that responsibility is like built when we're young, like as youth leaders.
I think to build on what Gavin said, as Pupil Council, it's something we practice, being accountable, being transparent, especially when we're dealing with a lot of files, let's say the accounting files that, for example, are
Even money,
upcoming,
yes, yes.
So when we do reimbursements, we have to be sure that it all gets processed properly, no shortcuts. It gets approved by, let's say, teacher Mick, our advisor, and it gets properly processed by accounting. And I think this is like our way of building these values and characteristics as we grow up, and it becomes our basis in the future.
So I hope that you don't get lost along the way,
Yes,
right? Because that is also perhaps the answers of our leaders when they were young, but I don't know, they get lost along the way.
And to add on with what they said, I want to start off by saying like leadership shouldn't be defined based on the mistakes of others, but more on your accountability and the commitment you show. But what I think is the most important is really to show what you're committing to and what your purpose is. Who are you standing for and why you standing for that specific point?
So if you find someone that is, for example, in school, not being academically honest, sorry to put you on the spot, like would you be, of course you'll answer yes, right? Will you be brave enough to call the attention of that person or tell the teacher?
Yes, I think maybe I'll think about it for a split second, but honestly, it's more of doing the right thing, and we don't want to just say like, oh, you're doing the wrong thing, but it's more if you want to see the improvement of the guy, you want to see and show that what you're doing is wrong, and we want to see you do better.
Yes, I like that point that it's not about being punitive and say you did this, you did that, but really more of showing them the side where honesty really thrives and is really the way to go. So, the hope of our future. It went by so fast. This year has been a little bit too much, really, with the back to back calamities. We had fourth quarter of 2025, but Pupil Council elections are coming up, I think, in 2 months, right? We're filming this in Feb. And so what will you pull aside one person and what will you tell them to make them raise their hand to run for the Pupil Council?
I think to everyone who wants to run, this opportunity is given to you, and it's even though you're scared to do it, it's worth the try to raise your hand and grab that opportunity because not everyone gets this opportunity. And for me, the learning experiences that come with being a Pupil Council is so much more than the risk you're taking. Like, even though you don't get the outcome you want, it might be like you run for the Pupil Council, but you don't get elected. But that journey in and of itself, from preparing for campaign and campaigning, the lessons you learn through that is so much that you can apply to your day-to-day life too.
Nice.
And I think to tie in with what Bianca said, my advice is really to never stop dreaming or don't think that you're dreaming or don't be
Too big,
afraid
yeah,
that you're
yeah,
dreaming too big
yeah.
because no dream is really too big if
Yes.
you really like put yourself to it and you're determined to do it. So like for example, me, like I ran in S2 and I lost, but then I wasn't
You
afraid
did?
to yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't afraid to run again the next
Wow.
year. And you know, you don't know how far you'll ever get unless you really try.
And that's the
So-
quote of, by the ramp, T.S. Eliot. You'll never. That's my favorite quote. You'll never know how far you go until you try, or something like that, right? You'll never know how far you go, right?
Yes. So for anyone that's thinking of joining, just go for it. You might feel scared or unsure, and that's totally normal. But the feeling of joining and being a part of hosting these events, meeting new people, and like I said earlier, stepping outside of your comfort zone is so rewarding, and you'll truly learn a lot from it. You'll grow. Everyone's been telling me how much they can see how much I've improved, being more open-minded, more talkative, and confident, and not just to people around me, but with myself. So yeah, just go for it, guys, and we're always here to help you out.
Wonderful. So there you have it, our Pupil Council for school year 2025-2026. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Good job. Yay. Good job, bro, Loki.